I was keeping this a guessing. It's the start of the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Empire 161 Show, Season 4, Episode 19, for those who are counting. Yes, we are opening with Kingdom by Downstate, which is Tommy Canley's walkout music from the bullpen. We can't say walk up, really consider walk up still, but I know we do have some WWE fans that are on Pop Culture Pros, fans of the Just Too Sweet show. It is also the entrance music of one Cody Rhodes as well. Tommy Canley is a huge wrestling fan, so kind of adds up. So checks out. But yeah, thanks for joining us on this Saturday evening for those in New York. Dreary, cold, rainy Saturday, no Yankees. Due to a rain out. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Tomorrow in question too. So it's a dicey situation for Major League Baseball right now. But yeah, thanks for joining us on the Facebook live stream, or if you're joining us on YouTube or X or Instagram or Found Audio Only Podcast. We always appreciate the support. I am Ed, and with me as always is Lisa. Lisa, what's up?
Hey everybody, Ed threw me off with the song because even though we played it before, I swore he was going to play Aaron Judge's music. So I was kind of expecting that. I do recognize this song from wrestling as well, so it's kind of cool to hear it. But yeah, it just kind of threw me off. I was really expecting Pop Smoke. But all right, so we don't have as much to talk about this time as we normally do because of the weather here in good old New York City. But we are going to talk about the Blue Jays series where we managed to eke out one win. And we will talk about our first game against the Diamondbacks, which we won. And what an amazing game. And Ed was very fortunate enough to be at that game. I'm so jealous because I was supposed to be at today's game. Because today, for those of you who know me, is the day before my birthday, and I always get tickets for my birthday weekend. So kind of stinks that some of my birthday plans were ruined, but hopefully we get to see games at some point this weekend, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. It would be a great birthday gift tomorrow if they did play, but the weather tomorrow is supposed to be just as bad as today. So we'll see. But we do have some things to talk about, and we are going to end on a good note because of what Aaron Judge did yesterday, which was so amazing and so fun to watch, whether you watched it on TV like I did or in person like Ed did.
Yes, it was definitely. Well, we'll get through it because I Wednesday, the last two games I attended, which were Wednesday and Friday, I definitely want to talk about the emotion of the both games because I had some deep thinking this week about the 2023 Yankees. Something like really, really struck me. So I'll hold off on that in a second because we'll start our recap, and it's only the second game up. I mean, we got a short docket this week, but excited to talk about it. But before we do, make sure to drop us during the broadcast. You can join us and support the page by sending some stars, which is a digital gift that helps us earn money for Pop Culture Pros, because that's what we are presented by popculturepros.com. So come hang out and talk some Yankees with us. All right, let's kick it off then, and let's take it back to Tuesday, which Yankees got smacked around by the Blue Jays by a final of 7-1. Kind of a disheartening thing because, going into this and still to this moment, the Yankees are mathematically still alive. Yes, we're very honest about this. It's a mathematical, so yes. It's like Dumb and Dumber. It's like, you're telling me there's a chance.
It's almost like saying allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes, exactly. So who knows? But this was a big blow to them. The Yankees got smacked around 7-1. Not really a competitive game. Clark Schmidt took his 9th loss of the season. 9-9, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. So not really much to write home about there. Aaron Judge, though, was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Gleyber Torres, 2 for 4 also, but with an RBI and his 27th double of the season. And that was really it for that game. I mean, it was a very much of a nothing burger. And again, it was just blah. Think about like a burger with no cheese that's been left on the grill way too long and is just dry, cold bun. I mean, am I really destroying this burger enough? Like, this is what this game felt like.
You were destroying
it. Sucks. It sucks, right? It's just like nobody wants this thing. It's a freaking hockey puck, so it's garbage.
So I do have a fun fact, not about the Yankees though. It's actually about George Springer. So he led off the game with a home run, his 20th of the year, and it was his 34th birthday that day. So happy birthday to my fellow September person. Not a Libra, he's a Virgo. I'm a Libra. Look at my shirt. He hit, that was his 57th career career leadoff home run, which is second all time in Major League history.
I hate George Springer. I can't even. I can't.
I understand that, but I mean 57 leadoff home runs is
listen, it is impressive. It's an impressive thing. The dude is known for it. I mean, if you throw this guy a first pitch fastball to start a game, you're an idiot. Like,
yeah. So Clark Schmidt's an idiot?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like I mean, in that moment, he was a complete idiot in that moment hey, whoever's throwing down the signs, or in today's game, PitchCom, if you're pressing the button for a fastball to start the game, you're an idiot. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Everyone knows what's going on, and this time around, he doesn't know what's coming. So even though it seems obvious, he would know what's coming there, but no trash cans being banged, at least that we're aware of at the moment. So, there's that. The retrospective game, though, was the second game of the season, second game of the series. That was Wednesday night. Yanks fell to the Blue Jays again by a final 6-1. But the story of this game, besides the thing I'll get to in a minute, was more of like a personal fan thing. Michael King
was so awesome.
Special. Yeah. He was awesome. He was in a marquee matchup with Gausman, and both were lights out that night. The Yanks offense had no chance, but man, King kept them in it. This is how baseball can be unfair. He takes the loss, his 7th loss of the season, whatever. He's been bouncing forth between bullpen and rotation. More in a rotation now, has looked excellent since being in a rotation. That's something to look forward to in 2024, because I mean, Michael King definitely looks like he's making his very strong case for being in that rotation. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 13 strikeouts.
That's a career high for him.
Yeah, like he was awesome. He really was. I felt horrible for him. That's you know what I mean? Like that was bad. The Yanks bullpen, mainly the mentioned Tommy Kahnle.
Oof.
Okay, and Ian Hamilton. And we'll throw in Weissert, who came in to actually end the fiasco. But the Yankees bullpen pitched 2 innings. Okay, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. That's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic.
Terrible.
Austin Wells, though, 2 for 4 with his first career home run. That was nice. It was a bomb into the second deck. King and Wells were the highlight. Wells also had his 4th double of the season. Oswaldo Cabrera was 2 for 4 as well. He continued his, hot hitting this week. So, I went to this game, and I honestly was really into this game with the pitching matchup. I was all about it. And then seeing the Yankees bullpen do what they did, and the offense having nothing to answer. I mean, granted, this happened like in a blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
I in some ways, the 2023 Yankees have broken me at times. No, it is. It's true. Like, I was genuinely like furious leaving the stadium on Wednesday night, just thinking about how awesome King was. Cool seeing Wells do it, get his first career home run and everything. And it was just massively disappointing. It just really, really was. And there were times I even turned to Angie, like walking back to the car, and I'm just like, you know something? There's a part of me that honestly can't wait for the season to be over.
Wow. I don't think
Seriously.
I've ever heard you say something like that before.
No, seriously. It's not. It's just like
Wow.
this year's Yankees. Like, yes, of course. And next week will be our, last episode of the year, and we'll go over like highlights of the year and whatnot. But there have been some high marks, but this team has been insanely frustrating.
Yeah.
Insanely.
It's been tough.
We talked about this every year, and you can handle those things, right? Like no year is guaranteed to be in the playoffs, even though most of the time, yes, they've been in the playoffs since the '90s dynasty run. There's been less than a handful of years that they've missed the playoffs, and been very fortunate of that. But this season has been like something else. How many nights are the Yankees getting no hit into the fifth or sixth inning, and just looking truly feeble at the plate? Like it's hard to watch sometimes. Their defense, like then this happens where you got a great pitching matchup going on. The young Michael King stepping up against Gosman, the ace of the Blue Jays, and he's going toe to toe with him, and then the bullpen comes in and shits the bed.
Yep.
It was just really, really disheartening, and I was just really quiet walking back to the car, and that's how you can kind of tell. If you know me, I'm genuinely pissed off when I don't say anything. when it is silence, then you know I'm mad. And Angie sensed it at one point. I was just like furious leaving the stadium. And I'm like, wow, I have 3 more of these games to go to this weekend. Like,
wow.
Jesus Christ. That's true. Like I really was thinking like it was crazy. I just feel like I've seen this movie way too many times this season, Like you know how it's gonna end, and it's just like this team shouldn't be like this.
No.
It really shouldn't. This is unacceptable, and I'm glad. And I'm glad that Hal, and it seems like Cashman has done it. Like this offseason is going to be fascinating. Like,
we hope. We hope. Don't say it is.
Well, I will say it's going to be fascinating in a way, though, because even if they try to pull the shit of running it back with mostly the same group, that will be fascinating to be like, how do you get excited for next season? I'm saying besides the genuine, yes, the Yankees, yes, the love for baseball, that'll always be there. Mm-hmm. But you're like going into it, if they try to run it back again, I mean, it's just like you want to take your head and run into a fucking brick wall with it. Like that's basically what they would be doing.
I mean, I will say, and we've both talked about this, they did make changes that were absolutely necessary. It took them long. It took them very long to get rid of Hicks and Donaldson, thank you, your boy.
Who has homered in back-to-back games, by the way, with the Blue Jays.
That's fine.
I know. No, listen, not just me. I would never want him back. That was not
yeah, that's fine. He'll get hurt again. It's fine. So they got rid of the 2 of them, and then there were some unpredictable things, right? So, we're going to talk about this next week, but I just keep thinking about if Aaron Judge didn't hurt his freaking toe on that random concrete section, where would he be at right now? Because his numbers are phenomenal for the fact that he missed how many 75 games, 60 whatever.
He basically missed 2 months of the season. So
he missed 2 full months of the season, and he's still got he's still like in the top 5 for so many things. And then you have the concussion or whatever you want to call it, that happened with Rizzo. And then you have Loaizaga, and then you have, Severino was a bomb from the beginning of the year. But you have like all these different, and my boy, Nestor Cortez, like all these people that we thought were going to be there and be strong and be great for the team. And then, my saddest heartbreak is my boo, Giancarlo Stanton, who has been a major disappointment and is getting booed at the stadium, which breaks my heart. But he knows it. See, what I like about him, though, is he's like, yeah, I deserve it. You should boo me.
Unlike and I agree, and that's why
unlike Aaron Hicks or anything. Yeah, like unlike Aaron Hicks, who was like, why do you hate me? Let me give you a list of reasons.
Yeah, that's no. Listen, whatever you want to say with Stanton, yes, he's been listen, there's expectations when you have a contract like that, and coming in with the fanfare that he did, and it's been disappointing, and it's just the way we're watching him play. We talked about this last week. If the guy can barely move.
I know. I think I can run faster than him, and I'm probably at least 10 years older and nowhere near as in shape as him.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's concerning because he's signed for so much longer. He's still on the contract. So I don't know how you're not supposed to normally get better from that. And again, unless he's playing hurt again and we don't know about it. Like if we find out when the season ends and a week later he's getting surgery on something, they're like, oh, well, that somewhat changes the perspective on things.
Yeah.
But they keep insisting that he's healthy, that he's fine, he's good to go. So I don't know. But now we get to the bright part of the week of Yankees baseball. The Yanks at least avoided the sweep over the Blue Jays, a final of 5-3. Garrett Cole continued and may have just officially locked up his AL Cy Young award for the year.
It was a masterclass of a game.
Absolutely, and he took a no-hitter into the sixth inning as well. Picked up his 14th win of the season. He's now 14-4. 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 9 Ks on the night. Jake Bauers, 1 for 4 with his 12th home run of the season, a 3-run shot, which Lisa and I did exchange some text over during the week. Aaron Judge was 2 for 4 with an RBI, his 13th double of the season. IKF was 2 for 4 with a run scored and his 12th double of the season as well. So, but Clay Holmes, remember the stat line, all right? Cole went 8 innings, right? No 1 earned run, okay? No walks, 9 Ks. Clay Holmes really, really almost spit the bit on this one. Yeah, well, Gleyber Torres also didn't exactly help things because he had an errant throw to pull DJ LeMahieu off the bag, and he was having his brain fart night, which drives a lot of people crazy, including myself. So they made this one way more interesting than it needed to be. But overall, solid win for the Yanks. But Garrett Cole being the story in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of his, and it made it even better because of the game that he pitched before it, where he struggled that game. Like he was so off. And he just came out there for this one and was like, here we go. I'm winning this award. And if he doesn't win it, I don't know what the hell everybody's thinking about.
Yeah, to me, he's the clear AL Cy Young award. So I mean, that's at least a bright spot on there. That would be his first, and we'll talk about that probably sometime. And we would like to have our off-season free agent special, but we shall see. Hopefully, the award will be given out by then because baseball tends to drag these things on. But that brings us though to the game of the week, which was last night.
Oh my gosh!
Where the Yankees welcomed in the Diamondbacks for 2001 World Series rematch. They took down the Snakes. Some would even say at the stadium, referring to them as the D-Bags. The D-Backs. It was by a final of 7-1. Luke Weaver got the start in this one. Picked up his 3rd win of the season. I was a little concerned going into the game with him on the mound. But kid did his job. 5 1/3, 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks. Johnny Burrito came in, got his first career save. 3 into the old school save, going 3 innings, but 3 2/3, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks, and 3 Ks. Esteban Floria was 2 for 5 with an RBI, 2 doubles, and a run scored. But the story, the man of the night, Aaron Judge, 4 for 4, 3 home runs. That gives him 35 home runs on the season, 6 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and his 14th double of the season. And boy, wow, that was some performance by Judge. I mean, wow. In the first home run, just being an opposite field shot off the back wall of the Yankee bullpen was just absolutely blasted. And the 3rd home run, opposite field, middle of the 2nd deck, just truly, truly impressive. And he gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Curtain call there, and becomes the first Yankee. And we say this, right? We say this all the time. Whenever there's a first in the history of the New York Yankees, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah.
He's the first Yankee to have multiple three-run home run season, 3 home run games in one season. Totally went up there.
It's a very hard stat to say out loud.
Right? Like it was just
yes.
Like you're tongue tying yourself.
Multiple games where he's hit 3 home runs.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why it's so hard to do.
And I think he was also like, it was very rare that he had 3-run home run. I don't know. I can't even say it. It was like 2 different things that he did that night. So, but yeah, he had another 3 home run game on August 23rd versus the Nationals this year.
Yeah. So incredible performance by Judge there. And he almost, and man, if L'Oreal didn't go ahead and make the last out in the bottom of the 8th, Judge was on deck. And me and our friend Joe were there screaming like he would have potentially had a shot because the first home run was a 3-run homer. Then he had a 2-run homer. Then a solo shot was the 3rd home run. And he could have potentially had a shot at a grand slam. I mean, you could have had the entire trifecta, the cycle of home runs in one game. Like, it was getting crazy.
So did I tell you this? Did I tell you that my nephew played in Cooperstown and his team went for the home run cycle?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It was so cute. So he hit a 3-run home run at Cooperstown and it was his first home run ever. So talk about being hyped. And when he came back in the dugout, one of the other kids on the team was telling my brother, the coach, Coach Garcia, we went, Gabriel hit for the cycle. And he's like, no, he didn't. He just got a home run. Like, he didn't hit for the cycle. And they were like, no. So-and-so got a solo home run. So-and-so got a 2-run home run. This guy got a grand slam and Gabriel just got the 3-run home run. We hit for cycle. So I thought it was so cute when he said that. But yeah, Aaron Judge almost did that last night too. And Ed, you were at the game, so you probably didn't hear this until today. But your boy, Paul O'Neill, announced that he has a beer now, an IPA called the Warrior 21.
I feel like that was a thing. Is it actually out now? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's actually out now.
Because I feel like I heard of something about that previously on maybe his Twitter or something like that, but I don't remember it ever coming out. So is it like?
So it's out.
Where?
He launched it.
Okay.
I don't know. But I think the Yes Network has a post about it.
Okay, I'll look into that. I mean, I personally can't stand IPAs, but
I hate beer. Period. So
yeah,
it's not for me.
No, for Paul O'Neill, I would be willing to try it and see how it goes. It's just a bit too hoppy for me. He
did say that he was never really a beer drinker, but as he was working with the people, whatever, he was like, he has to say this, obviously. Like, he's like, I like it. So, but apparently he was never a beer drinker prior to, not really a beer drinker prior to that. So, but yeah, it's called the Warrior 21.
All right. I'll see. Maybe are they going to sell it in the stadium? I wonder if that's
maybe. Yeah,
maybe next season or something like that, because they have that Blue Point Pinstripe Pilsner, which I actually do really like. So
there you go.
See if that gets added to the menu there. All right, I guess that brings us to this weekend of whatever's going on here. So yeah, obviously you would know. I'm sure if you're watching this, Yanks were rained out earlier today. Details on that. Lisa and I both had tickets for today's game. You can cash it in for Monday's makeup game or a game next season, if that's what you'd like to do with a rain check. But the Aaron Judge bobblehead, yes, was scheduled now for April 20th of next season versus the Rays.
Yep.
So don't think you're going to go to the game. Yeah, don't think you're going to the game Monday and getting the Aaron Judge bobblehead. That's not happening. Yeah, they did the right thing, because I'm pretty sure they're well aware too that for people to go ahead and shift plans on a Monday afternoon and stuff like that out of nowhere is going to be tough. So,
and the game might not happen.
Game that also might not happen is the forecast still does not look great for Monday either, and tomorrow's game looks like it's probably going to get rained out as well. So my guess, doubleheader versus the Diamondbacks on Monday, probably a single admission doubleheader. Second game will probably start 20 minutes after game one. It'll be something like that. not a split. So we'll see. Because I know before this happened, I looked at the Diamondbacks schedule, but I noticed they were playing the White Sox Monday, where the Yanks had the off day, and I'm like, shit, are they gonna like add this to the end of the season or something like that? Like the Diamondbacks are in the middle of a playoff race.
So the Diamondbacks would essentially have to play a doubleheader with us and a doubleheader with the White Sox?
No, so what they did was they moved Major League Baseball rescheduled the Monday game versus the White Sox for the Diamondbacks to Thursday. So I guess they
would have been their travel day.
Yeah, exactly. So they pretty much lose the travel day. They play the White Sox Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think they also were realizing it's probably going to have to be. It's going to most likely end up being a doubleheader against the Yankees on Monday. So I just didn't foresee Major League Baseball moving the game against the White Sox. So since that was an option, then that's how you got that. It was interesting to see how that was going to go. So, could get ready for that on a Monday afternoon. All right, so let's get to our awards of the week. So we have our top of the heap hitter of the week. Lisa, birthday's tomorrow. You started off. I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
We have both of them, unless you went rogue for the King of the Hill as well. But of course, I'm going with the captain, Aaron Judge. I mean, you can't not give him top of the heap after yesterday, and even before then. He was doing his thing. So for the week, he had an OPS of 1.556. His average was 444. Jay-Z would approve. He had 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks. His on-base percentage was a 500, and his slugging percentage was a 1.056. Ed, I cannot fathom you having anybody else as the top of the heap.
I think no, it's Aaron Judge.
Okay.
It's obviously Aaron Judge. So we'll move on from there. But actually, I did want to follow up. So I follow up the Wednesday game with that. Last night's game, one of the most fun games I've been at for the entire season.
I bet.
No, I'm just saying, it was night and day between the two games. You know what I'm saying? I left the stadium pissed off, really angry at the team and stuff like that. And then last night, I was jumping out of my seat, yelling bunch, back to normal. Let's go. The third home run cracked off a Judge's bat. I'm screaming and pointing towards right field and already high-fiving Joe and everything. So yeah, it was good it felt good to get. If that's my last game of the season, fine, so be it.
That's a good last game.
It's a good last game. I was always like it to be a postseason game, but hey, you can't have that. Pretty good way to go out. So
absolutely.
All right, so King of the Hill, pitcher of the week. I think there are 2 candidates.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there are.
I'm going to go with Michael King.
Okay. I'm
going to go with Michael King. I know who the other one was, and
that's who I picked.
Probably rightfully so. I'm not disagreeing.
No, I'm not mad about Michael King at all. I think he totally deserves this.
Yeah, Michael King in his start that he unfortunately took the freaking loss in. No, but he was dominant. He was absolutely outstanding. Again, his line, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 13 strikeouts. But the bullpen goes ahead and shits the bed. Otherwise, he might have had a shot at a win there. But yeah, I'm excited about the kid. I've been excited about Michael King since he got on the team, and I'm glad to see he's finally coming into his own and even getting a shot in a rotation. So it's something to be hyped up for next season.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I know who you went with, but go ahead.
I went with our ace, Garrett Cole.
Excellent choice.
Yep, 1.13 ERA for the week, 8 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. His whip was a .25, and his average against was a 0.077. It's hard to read it when the zeros.
0.
I was gonna say 007, but no, 077. Yeah, he was, he was the Cy Young winner at that game.
Yeah, no, he reinforced it. He was completely on display Thursday night against the Blue Jays, so that was awesome to see. Do we want to go with the probables for tomorrow? Or I mean, it's most likely.
So they actually don't have for the Yankees. They have the 2 Diamondback starters, but not the Yankees.
The two for Sunday and Monday.
Yes.
Okay. Because I know whatever. I have a bone to pick with ESPN's fantasy baseball app anyway, because I have Rodon on my team and one of my teams, and they have him slated to start tomorrow because he was supposed to start today. So logically, it would make sense he gets pushed to tomorrow. But they also messed me up because I'm in like a tight race to possibly finish in second or third or even an outside shot at first. And they had I have a starting pitcher on the Dodgers who was supposed to start one day. I'm sorry, he was supposed to start one day. All of a sudden he started the day before, and I set my lineup to that, and they cost me. I didn't get credit for his great game that he pitched. So I was just so annoyed. So who the hell knows? Maybe ESPN fantasy app is screwing with me. I mean, maybe Rodon is. Listen, I'll trust it. If he's not even being listed on MLB.com, then damn you, ESPN baseball app. Like you're playing games. These are shenanigans that are going on there. I'm going to start taking this personally. I mean, what the hell are we doing here, man? You guys got to get it together. Because if I go ahead and finish in third because of this crap,
that would suck.
You'd hear about it. It's definitely going to hear about it. I'm just saying, yeah. I'm going to ask to speak to your manager. All right. So that pretty much does it for us this week. Lisa, early happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right. I probably wasn't the first one, but whatever. I'm gonna jump the gun here.
Mariette was actually the first one.
Mariette was it. She beat me to it, but I will go ahead and do it here.
Thank you.
So, well deserved. All right, and thanks for joining us as always. If you're joining us in the Facebook live stream, you should check out the Empire 161 show group. A lot of lineups and highlights and other fun stuff that doesn't make the show, so you can go ahead and check that out. Also check out Pop Culture Pros, popculturepros.com as well. That's who we are presented by. If you're catching us on YouTube, subscribe to Pop Culture Pros. If you're following us on X, you should follow at Pop Culture Pros and also follow us at Empire 161 Show. And then on Instagram, at @the_Empire_161_show. Check that out as well. And wherever you found your audio-only podcast, subscribe to Pop Culture Pros. A lot of cool stuff on the network as well. We will be back next week for our Season 4 finale. I know, unfortunately, we were not going to have a postseason show this season, so... we'll do that. We'll just recap the games of the week, talk about the season overall, put a nice little bow on it as we say goodbye for the year. Check us out. So, listen, enjoy the last week of Yankees baseball. Finish with a winning record. Finish ahead of the Red Sox. Maybe Judge gets to 40 home runs.
Oh my God, that would be cool.
Right? If he finishes it leading, he finishes it ahead of Ohtani, that would be bonkers.
So, no, he won't finish ahead of Ohtani, but if he gets 40, that would be amazing.
Listen, he gets 40 home runs. There you go. We got something to look forward to this week.
Yes.
Check that out. See you next week. Peace.